Couples fight for all sorts of reasons. There could be misunderstandings or banter between them, but then there's one couple who started a business together, and things got a little rough. Trust issues began and a divorce was in order, but then one of them snapped and Andreen McDonald went missing. Both Andre and Andreen were born in Jamaica, and that is where they met back in 2009. Later, Andre went to Florida to get a degree in engineering from Florida International University. Instead of joining some sort of firm for a 9-to-5, Andre went on to join the military. Andreen, being 10 years younger, followed Andre to the US to get married, and after the marriage, Andre got stationed at San Antonio's Air Force Base. Andreen went with him to Texas, got a degree from the University of Texas, and gave birth to their daughter, Elena. After that, the couple decided to start their very own business in home health care. Their business seemed to be going great because, in 2015, they sponsored Andreen's mother too. Things seemed to be going great for the couple. Now with Andreen's mother taking care of their daughter, they could focus on their career more. Andreen was taking care of the overall operations of the business with plans to expand the business to set up offices in more locations, and Andre got promoted to major in the Air Force. All was great, but on March 1st, 2019, Andreen didn't show up for work, which is not like her, and she was on radio silence. Her friend, Carol Ganbar, got a little worried about her and decided to investigate along with some other employees who decided to go to the McDonald's house to check up on her. Carol saw no one at home, but she got a little skeptical and remembered something that Andreen had once told her. Andreen told Carol that if she ever goes missing, it will be because her husband finally killed her. Carol finds a way to go inside through the back door, and when she got in, she found out Andreen was right all along. There were signs of blood on a switch inside the house, so she contacted the sheriff immediately. Andreen's mother was contacted too, and she confirmed that Andreen's been missing. Everything that belonged to Andreen, like her phone, purse, and even the cars that she used, were still inside the house. The sheriff arrived at this point and he noticed a few other suspicious things. The carpet in Andreen's bathroom was washed, and there were signs of blood on the bathroom floor and door. The sheriff analyzed one of the cars in the driveway that had a dent on the back trunk, and some light-colored gravel that says the car was recently driven out in the country. By that time, Andre had come back home, and the deputy asked him about his wife. Andre said he just took her to the hospital where doctors were treating her. The sheriff decided to call the hospital instead, and found out Andre just lied to him. But why would he straight up lie? The deputy tells Andre that he's going to have to tell him the truth, or there will be severe consequences, to which Andre came up with another story. Andre told the deputy that they had an argument last night, and he doesn't know where his wife is now. The officer took Andre in as a detainee for further questioning, but Andre refused to say anything and asked for a lawyer. All the while, the blood found on the light switch and the bathroom were sent to the lab to get scanned. Brandon Gordon was working the desk at the time Andre said he was at the hospital, and he confirmed that Andre did come to the emergency room and asked about his wife. Andre gave Gordon the last name McDonald, and Gordon found out through the computer that there was another woman by the name McDonald currently being treated at that hospital, but that's not all. Gordon then continued with Andre as he stared at him with confusion and left without saying a single word. Andre was let go the next day, March 2nd, but the cops didn't keep their eyes off him just yet. They saw Andre going to a hardware store and buying some very unusual things. He bought a shovel, an axe, gloves, and 2 gas containers that he paid for using cash and his debit card. He then drove off to the nearest fuel station to fill those 2 containers with gas. That's not all. A deputy even saw Andre going to a gun shop to buy a firearm and a lot of ammo too, but then for some reason left the gun and his ID inside. As soon as Andre left the store, he got arrested. The police arranged a search warrant and searched the home starting with the cars. They found lighters, a hatchet, black plastic bags, work gloves, a shovel, and a bloody hammer in these 2 cars. All the other things other than the hammer were unused, as if he wasn't done with what he had planned yet. A search party was set up to find Andreen, but she was still nowhere to be found, which led to Andre being released on bail and put on house arrest because of lack of evidence. Close family members and friends of Andre and Andreen revealed their marriage was having its ups and downs, and in 2016, while Andre was in Alabama and the company at $1 billion run by Andreen, she texted him and told him not to come back. When Andre came back, he saw a tattoo with the initial A wrapped around an infinity sign and a tattoo with a date. Andre was surprised because this initially belonged to her ex-boyfriend back in Jamaica, who was also a drug dealer. The date that she tattooed was also her ex-boyfriend's date of birth. Andre filed for divorce, but the two decided not to. 5 months had passed since Andreen went missing. A farmer on his land less than 10 miles away from Andre's home was out looking for a cow's head when he smelled something funny. There, he found a human body next to the cow's remains and called the police immediately. The police confirmed that this was in fact Andreen McDonald. Andre was arrested at his house and charged with first-degree murder. The trial began in 2023, and just 3 days before his testimony, Andre made a shocking call to Andreen's mother and made a confession, telling her everything that happened the night her daughter lost her life. During his testimony in court, Andre revealed that his wife had been having an affair, and the details of her other business that she started in secret.
I was looking through the paperwork. I noticed something that Andreen had started this business named Elena's Property Management, and under the business there was a construction taking place for our fourth facility that was supposed to be taking place for Starlight Homes on our joint property at Scarsdale, which I found shocking because I remember when I did the edits for the business plan and submitted them to Andreen to give them to the bank, they were under Starlight Homes. But here on this form, it says there's a business plan going forward under Elena Property Management, which I knew nothing about, and immediately I just knew she was stealing from me.
Andre said his argument with his wife in 2019 heated up, so he decided to leave the house to cool down at a Shell station and then at a park. He thought if he went back home at midnight, she would be asleep, but she was already in the living room waiting for him, and this is where she assaulted him. Their fight went on to the bedroom, after which she got cut in the face and Andreen got a lot more aggressive. He describes how he pushed and kicked, which caused her death. Andre further explained how he took her body and dumped it next to a dead cow. But Andre wasn't done. He went back to the body the next day and started swinging at the body with rage. The judge decided to find Andre not guilty of homicide, but charged him with a prison time of 20 years for manslaughter and another 5 years for tampering with evidence. As for his daughter, Elena, her custody is given to her grandmother, the mother of Andreen. What do you think about this case? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.